Hello guys, gonna be going over the MLB slate for Tuesday, May 10th. It's Taco Tuesday for PrizePicks, so we're gonna get hopefully some MLB tacos. Could be NBA because there's still games going on. But before we do get into the breakdown today with 16 games, gonna quickly talk a little bit about DFS Army. So if you guys don't know, I do work for DFS Army. I write articles for them, and I want to mention this because I'm going to be writing one first PrizePicks article since I've been doing these videos for MLB. So this is just all the articles that I've written. Like there's PrizePicks articles that I've done last month. I'm gonna be writing one right after this video, and these are all free, so you guys can just go check them out on DFS Army. I'll also post the link to the article down below in the comments for this video. But yeah, we do have tools. This is more suited for like daily fantasy, so DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo. But there is a PrizePicks tool if you guys are interested, and there's also actually a free offer that you can get a free month if you do sign up. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that. But heading into the video here, starting off with Firstinning Runs. There are 3 props here, all going to be unders, no run first innings. First one is going to be Boston at Atlanta. So this game is going to be Garrett Whitlock against Kyle Wright in Atlanta. This has a low run total of 3.6 and 4. It's 78 degrees, only 3 miles, wind blowing out, so totally fine. Now, these two teams are very good offenses. Boston's been kind of struggling, though, and Atlanta, of course, they do have Acuna back, so there are definitely some bats that are a little bit risky if they can. Like it wouldn't surprise me if one of these guys were to solo, but I do want to trust the talent of both of these pitchers. Next one's going to be Philly and Seattle. Similar story here because these two teams, they do have some really good bats against the first inning. So you're facing the top of the order. All these guys can definitely hit a bomb and then you're done. But like Robbie Ray, Aaron Nola, this is one of the better, like 2 of the better pitchers in the same game when you factor both of them together for the slate. So Nola against the Mariners, Robbie Ray, obviously a lefty against the righty and Nick Castellanos. Is tough, but both of them are good pitchers, and you just really hope that for that one at bat in that first inning, they can just not give up the run. So just feels a little bit, one of the better ones. Like on DraftKings, I think this line's like a minus 165, so you're getting value there. And then the third one, my favorite, is gonna be Miami and Arizona under. So this one is gonna be because of the Marlins against lefties. So both these pitchers, it's Jesus Luzardo and Madison Bumgarner. They're both lefties, and the Marlins are very bad against lefties. So looking at the lefties, how they do against left-handed pitching, they strike out the most, 29.4, just insane. WRC plus is a 92, which is a little bit below league average, 22nd. And then you have the Diamondbacks, WRC plus, they are last in the league, so that's all very good. And you see 2 teams that struggle against lefties. Makes sense. Madison Bumgarner, not the same guy he once was, but there is clearly, if there was a spot where we can see him have a good game, definitely would be this one. So I like the under on this one. And then going into strikeouts, so there are 3 plays again here, and they're actually all going to be 4.5 Ks, and actually all unders. So first one, Brad Keller, 4.5 against the Rangers. The Rangers, they have definitely struggled. Some of their hitters just aren't performing, like Nate Lowe. He had a good start, but he's cooled off. Corey Seager, the numbers really aren't there right now, and Marcus Semien just has not been good. So if you look at the numbers, we're looking at Ks. So you look at Texas, K rate, they're 22.6 at 14th. So they're basically league average. But the thing is, you have to look at also, well, how good is the pitcher at striking guys out? And Brad Keller, he's just not a strikeout guy. He is more reliant on soft contact, not giving up a lot of runs with hard hits. So 17% percentile, for the strikeouts, just not good. Like 16.5. He's been serviceable, of course. He's been a lot better this year, but the weather, I do have to mention also for this game, it is very favorable hitting weather. 92 degrees, 13-mile winds blowing out. So that's what we're going to start to see as the weather heats up. There are actually some games already today that I would expect more runs to be scored around the majors. So I'm going to start to like a lot of hitting overs, unders on pitching scores. So first one, that's going to be Keller under, and then the other one's just going to be right in the same game, under for Martin Perez. Same thing for him, just not a strikeout pitcher. Also someone who's been having a pretty good year, but it's only been a month in, and we have years of data about what kind of pitcher Martin Perez is. So for lefties, the Royals strikeouts, they strike out the third least at 18.5% in the league. That is just, a very, I would say this number should be probably like 4.0, but we do get the win still if he hits 4, so that's a big benefit for us. 25% percentile for Ks. Never been a high K guy. Like, he's never had above a 19.1 K percentage, so very good here. Numbers back it up. And then right here, right next to they're all together here. Cal Quantrill under 4.5 Ks against the White Sox. So the White Sox righties, they do not strike out a ton. They are third least, 19.6%. So again, just the puzzle pieces matching up with the White Sox just not striking out. They don't hit the best. 79 WRC plus is not good, but again, we're only focused about the Ks here. Quantrill 11 percentile in the Ks, so just not good. 14.8% only this year. And yeah, just think that this number shouldn't be 4.5. I honestly expect all these guys to become 4s, so it would be only a push. So get these in before they are adjusted. And then pitching outs, there's one. This is a lean. Just thought I'd give one for this category. That's going to be Corey Kluber under 17.5 pitching outs. Corey Kluber has hit this number on the over actually a few times this year, but if you look at his pitch count, he's not throwing a lot of pitches. Like he goes like 60, 70, or 80. And so for him to go 6 innings on like a max 80 pitches, it's a bit difficult. So I do like the chances of him going the under here. Just, it seems like he's definitely been a bit lucky. Guys have been swinging early in the counts, but the Angels, they're a really good team. They're leading their division. They're one of the better teams so far this year. So I do like it. And Kluber is just not the same as he was when he won the Cy Young Award. Now on to pitching fantasy score. There is one, but this is one that I like quite a bit. So it's going to be Madison Bumgarner. Makes for a nice pairing with the no-run first inning prop. 21.5. I think this is way too low. Talked about Miami, how poor they are against lefties. They strike out so much. WRC plus 92, so not like, they're not awful, but the K rate, it's going to really help. Bumgarner, he's definitely lost that strikeout factor for him, but when you have the best matchup in all of baseball, I mean, what are you looking at? Maybe he can get like 5 Ks. Also, remember, last start, he was ejected. He's definitely going to be fired up. He's back at home. I mean, the Marlins, they do K. I don't need to say it again, but they K a lot against left-handed pitching. And even though Bumgarner doesn't really go deep, like 6 innings for a quality start, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Like, I wouldn't say it's good, but it is the matchup for him to get it if he is going to. And really, 21.5, that projection, it's too low. Like, he doesn't even need the quality start. He doesn't even need the win to hit that. So I really like this prop. And then on to hitting. So for fantasy score, the first one's going to be game 2. Austin Meadows 6.5 over. The A's are calling up Adrian Martinez to start this game. Martinez has never been like a highly regarded prospect, and you're talking about a rookie making his debut. And even though this isn't the worst spot to be in when you are if you were to make your debut against the Tigers, but they do have some pretty good hitters, and like Meadows. 6.5, I think this is very doable. Platoon advantage for him. Meadows also been hitting actually pretty well if in the case that he does have to face a lefty. So not the same pinch hit risk that he once was, and just taking advantage of that rookie. So really like this 6.5. Also just, they don't have, it doesn't seem like PrizePicks knows who's really pitching, but it is going to be Adrian Martinez. Now, Another one is going to come from Freddie Freeman. So the Dodgers are taking on Bryce Wilson. Not a good pitcher. Freddie Freeman, I think when you look at Trey Turner at 8.5, Mookie Betts at 8, I think Freeman at 7.5 looks pretty solid. The Dodgers, they've been scoring a lot better, more runs recently, and just a 5-run total. Wind's only 6 miles blowing in. Not the best ballpark, but I mean, Dodgers, if they're going to be playing at home, that's not the best hitters park either. So with Freeman, just batting second with a guy like Mookie ahead of him, and then a lot of solid, just really great bats behind him. Of course, this is the Dodgers, so just surrounded by tons of talent. Now, the next two are two of my favorite plays on the slate, and those are going to be Willy Adames and Rowdy Tellez, both overs. I think these numbers are too low. I talked about Willy Adames last time when Hunter Green was starting. Adames was the thumbnail for that, and he went off for 2 homers. I think he had like 30-plus fantasy points or something ridiculous. Hunter Green relies on his fastball and slider against righties, and then he uses a changeup against lefties. But he throws just so much of his fastball, and he has a high walk rate. And if you're not locating, you're going to be forced into more fastball counts. And Willy Adames, if you look at what he does against fastballs, like this is Hunter Green's numbers, he allows a 65% fly ball rate against righties. That is just insane. And you look at, he's fastball slider only for righties. And Hunter Green, the hype was about how he threw 103 miles. But you look at like the high velocity pitches, Willy Adames, small sample size, but 401 WOBA, 233 ISO, just absolutely crushes. Only a 35% ground ball rate. That's going to work very well for a fly ball prone pitcher. So absolutely love this one. Now, Rowdy Tellez, he's going to have to see also a changeup, but fastball. And also Tellez gets the platoon advantage. So, Tellez, same thing with him, like velocity, not a problem. 420 WOBA, 304 ISO, 65% hard hit rate, 29% ground ball, 15% whiff. Like, these are just absolutely insane numbers. So, I think they're going to get to Hunter Green, 5.1 run total. And again, 81-degree weather. The weather is going to start favoring the hitters. And Cincinnati is an absolute launch pad when it gets to the summertime. And we're going to start to see it. We saw it today, actually, and I think that we're going to see it again tomorrow. So, love these guys. Now, Yordan Alvarez, next pick. This is just a slight, like a hunch. Joe Ryan has been very good, but he's also been a little bit lucky, and so I expect him to not have as much success going forward. And when you look at a guy like Yordan Alvarez, platoon advantage for him, absolutely mashing the ball. 6.5, you're getting a discount because of the matchup. And Joe Ryan has to face this tough Astros team. He can definitely have some struggles. And if he gets into some trouble, Yordan Alvarez, batting right in the heart of the lineup, can definitely capitalize. So Yordan Alvarez, just something that is more of a discounted play, but in a tougher matchup. And then another one of my favorite props is going to be Tommy Edman, over 6.5. So I don't know why Edman's just this low every time. But Baltimore, they're going to be pitching Kyle Bradish. He hasn't really, been anything special. And Tommy Edman is having a hell of a year. He is now leading off. He started the year batting 9th, but Dylan Carlson's been struggling. And now Edman gets to lead off against this guy who is not good. And he doesn't K anyone out. Serviceable walk rate, but Tommy Edman, he has the ability to steal bases. So however way he gets on base, there's no run total right now, but 89-degree weather, just another warm weather game, 11-mile winds, kind of blowing out a little bit right to left, but leading off against a poor pitcher, Baltimore, not supposed to be a good team. I just expect there's a lot of opportunity for Edman, and that projection is just way too low for him. And then the next one is going to be Corey Seager, 6 points right here. So I think, or I've definitely heard there just to talk about how Corey Seager's struggling, the whole Rangers team is, but you look at Corey Seager's numbers, yes, they haven't really turned into any results, but you look at the advanced stats, there's going to be a whole lot of red popping up soon. And they're going up against Brad Keller, who I showed the numbers earlier, that he's just not a strikeout guy. And Corey Seager, he hits lefties just fine if he does have to face one later on in the game. And 6.0 just feels too low. The weather again, like these numbers are very solid. For the kind of results that he's seeing at 231 batting average, he has better days ahead for sure. 44% hard hit rate, 16% walk or K. Like these numbers really, like, they're going to get better. Absolutely. And the weather's going to help that. You're going to see, again, to mention 92-degree weather, 13 miles blowing out. So 4.4 run total. I think they can definitely score some runs off of Brett Keller. And then the other side, we're going to be looking at Salvi Perez. Getting the platoon advantage against Martin Perez. Salvi, he does hit lefties well. And again, mentioned Martin Perez doesn't really K guys out. And that's going to benefit Salvi. Salvi strikes out a lot. But if he's not going to be striking out, that means he's going to make contact. And he makes hard contact. So for Perez, also, he has a 6-point projection. Going to take the over on that. And then have one walks and total bases play. Hits and walks play. That usually I take the unders on these, and that's going to be the case again. Xander Bogaerts, just a lean. Kyle Wright has been very good. Bogaerts, righty. Kyle Wright, he's not walking guys, and Bogaerts does not have a high walk rate. And I just think it's not to say that he can't walk once, but you're going to be looking at, obviously, if he doesn't walk, he needs 2 hits to hit the over. And the Red Sox today, the Braves, they have a good bullpen to back up Kyle Wright. 3.6 run total. Just not the best environment for the Red Sox here. So I think I'm going to take the under on this and just hope that he doesn't, reach base twice via hit and walk. And then the last play is going to be runs and RBIs. So Tim Anderson, 0.5. No, it didn't work out today, but, going to go right back to it. Cal Quantrill, again, just nothing special about him. For someone who leads off with Yohan Moncada batting behind him, returning from injury, there's another bat that can drive in Tim Anderson. And this White Sox offense is stacked. Tim Anderson should just not be available for us at 0.5. He's going to hit this more than not going forward, and you're not going to be able to take this prop in the future. Like, we were taking a lot of 0.5 props, maybe a week or two ago that we're just not seeing anymore. And that is because this one is going to hit, and then when it does, we're not going to have it. So play it while you can. So overall, I'm going to say, for my article, I'm going to be writing about my 4 favorite plays. So you expect to see Willie Adames, Rowdy Tellez, no runs for sitting from Miami and Arizona, Madison Bumgarner, and Tommy Edman. So those are going to be my favorite plays for this slate. Be sure to check out the article. It is totally free. So that's just some more in-depth analysis, more that I can just, talk about in this video. So thank you guys for watching, and good luck on the slate, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.